guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Tori Rose, if you didn't know that already. Today I'm going to be teaching you guys on how to create this makeup look, which you can easily transition from daytime to nighttime depending on what you're going to be doing with your day. I've used a variety of products. A couple of the products I used today I actually did product reviews on, which I will also be posting for you guys here soon. Every time I try out a product, I like to make a review on it first, try it out first before I go to use it in a tutorial for you guys. That way I know, at least for myself, from my own personal experience, that it is a reliable product, that it meets up to expectations and it does as claimed, opposed to just grabbing a product and using it for the first time in a tutorial for you guys. So if you guys are interested in seeing on how I created this makeup look, just keep on watching. I go in with the Maybelline Master Prime Hydrating and Smooth Primer, and I just use my fingers for this to apply it all over my face, concentrating on mostly the T-zone. For concealer, I'm going to take the e.l.f. Camo Hydrating Concealer in their latest shade and apply some to the inner corner of my under eye and then to the outer corner. I'm not going to do a complete triangle for this look, and apply a dot on top of my eyelid. I'll just take my beauty blender and blend that out, and then go in with a second coat a little lower to kind of blend into my skin. I'm going to take a shading brush like the Sigma E55 shading brush and my Morphe palette. I'm going to dip into the shade called Rich and pack that all over my eyelid and up into where my natural crease is, maybe even just slightly above it. Next, I'm going to take my Morphe M505 blending brush and dip into the shade above it called Brick. And I'm going to use this shade to blend out that shade called Rich. I'm going to place half the brush on that darker shade and half of it above the shade, which should be positioned right above my natural crease area. By placing the product in this placement, it helps to blend out and diffuse the lash shade and to continue to create a higher crease to dissolve our hooded eyes that we have going on here. So if you are somebody with hooded eyes, this is just a good tip to try and create a natural looking higher crease. If you are somebody that doesn't have hooded eyes, I obviously do not recommend this as much, as it's not going to create such a benefit for you and ultimately might end up taking up more space than what you would actually like. I go back and forth using small circular strokes in a back and forth windshield wiper motion, so kind of circles as I go across that crease area we're trying to create there. When I'm in the inner corners, I try to pull my brow upward. This allows me to get into that crease area there a little better and not have the product be diffused where I don't want it. Another good tip when trying to diffuse down further towards the inner corner of your eye is to make sure you have the brush at the angle you want it. That's where the product is going to go. To jump around for a minute, as you guys can see, I use the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Gel, and I'm using my Makeup Forever HD foundation. I put some of it on the back of my hands and then use my beauty blender to put dots on my face and blend it out. I know we kind of didn't complete the eyeshadow shown on the under eye, so just to go over that real quick here, I used a Morphe M508 brush for the darker shade on my lower lash line, and then my Morphe M310 brush to blend out with the shade Brick. Today for liquid liner, I used the NYX Epic Ink Liner in black, and I start towards the inner part of my upper lash line, go across the top, and then make a line outward In this look, we do end up ending the wing of the line right about where the shade Brick ends. I then go back to about the middle of my upper lash line and draw a line straight across till it connects with the first line, and then fill in the middle from there. For bronzer, I used my typical Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer and a flathead Kabuki brush, applying right about where the middle of my cheekbones are, into my cheek area, down to where my corners of my smile hit, and then up around my forehead and neck. Here I'm curling my lashes with the Kabuki Lash Curler. Hey Bella, can you be quiet for a second, please? Okay guys, I'm about to put my eyeliner on, and then I'm going to do my lashes off camera because that is a bit of a challenge, and put on the mascara and then the highlight, and I will catch you guys in a few. Bye! Okay, so this is the finished makeup look with the lashes, mascara, highlight, liner, things like that on. As far as the lashes I used for you guys today, they are part of the Ardel Faux Mink 3D lash line. I will have those listed for you guys down below. As far as the highlight on my cheekbones I used, since that wasn't shown with me putting it on, it was the Wet n Wild Megaglo highlighting powder in the shade Precious Metals. I have used it before for you guys, so not unseen or heard of by me before. The brush I used to apply it was the Morphe M130 fan brush. Again, not unheard of with me not having used it before. These are products and tools I have used before. As always, my Kaasage eyelash curler is my favorite, my go-to. For mascara, I use the Josie Maran Black Argan Oil Mascara. Again, one of my favorites. If you wanted to take this look and transition it from daytime to nighttime, a good suggestion if you didn't want it to be solely a nighttime look is to use either no lashes and just mascara, or use lashes that aren't so dramatic, something that looks more like a natural lash. You could also do the color scheme a little different to have the tan and brown shades be a little lighter. It's entirely up to you. As you see, yet again, I did not apply any lip product or anything like that. I am going to be going into work today, so that is why I did not apply that for you guys. This lovely mask mandate means that if I put that on and I have enough still on my face and I put the mask on my face, it's going all over. And I personally do not want to look like a clown or like the dude from Batman or Heath Ledger or whichever of the many Batman series you want to refer to, the Joker. I don't want to look like the Joker when I take my mask off. But I do have a couple product recommendations for you guys for this look. The liner goes. I have a couple options here for you guys. One is the NYX Lip Liner Crayon in Nude Pink. As the name says, it's more of a nude tone. If you want something just slightly darker and more of a warm plum undertone, I would go with the same line NYX Lip Liner, but in their shade Natural. I don't know if you're going to be able to tell the difference between the two, but the one on top is just ever so slightly darker. And a product option for a lip tint that I have used for you guys before would be the Revlon Ultra HD Matte Lip Color. This one is in HD Forever Eternite. It's just a dark nude shade depending on your skin tone. This one is a good option. I know Tarte has some similar products, and I know NYX has some similar products, so those are just a couple options for you guys. I don't think I've missed anything here. However, if by chance I left something out, I will be recording that for you guys later on. But aside from, that's all I have for you guys today. So if you enjoyed this makeup look, don't forget to leave me a like and to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so then you'll be notified the next time I post a video. That's all I have for you guys today. Until next time, bye!